Here's a little tip.
From our garden to yours. Foliage plants make our interiors look great, but do they help us in other ways? I have Leland Parker, our greenhouse and nursery extension agent, here to answer that question. Welcome, Leland.
Thanks, Celeste.
I love foliage plants and having plants in the house. And you probably, these are from your house, aren't
yes,
they?
Yes, they are. Yes, yes.
This one is a
Dieffenbachia.
Dieffenbachia. And can that grow anywhere in the house?
Well, usually it likes to grow in an area where there is medium to moderate light, and you want to make sure you don't place it like on top of a TV or right in front of the air conditioning or anything like that. And you also want to make sure that it's watered very well. They like a lot of water.
So they don't really like to get all dried out by the air, is
exactly.
that why? Of course, we really shouldn't put any plant on top of a TV because it's got water, water going on it. So there are lots of different foliage plants that we can grow inside the house.
Yes, definitely.
And you have brought some others here too, I see.
Yes.
You brought this one. This is really in a really pretty decorative pot, which is great.
Yes, this is called the Glogo Syngonium, and
Glogo.
It's a very, very interesting variety actually, and it actually was invented here in Florida.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
so they propagated it here.
Exactly.
Is it tissue culture?
Yeah, it was tissue culture.
Made from tissue culture. And when they're doing that, they try to get unique characteristics of the plant?
Exactly. Like this unique characteristic, usually with Syngoniums, they like to cascade and fall down and be very long, but it kind of stays bunched up in one area.
Oh, I can see it's kind of compact and
Yes.
clumping. So that's why they bred it that way.
Right.
That's a really pretty plant. And containers make a big difference too, don't
Exactly,
they?
exactly. That's another thing. You could try different containers with your foliage plants, anything that you like, something to brighten up the interior decorum, to make you feel really good and happy.
That's right. That's the important thing that we want to
Exactly.
make sure. So here you have the old standby, the pothos.
Oh, yes.
And I have a pothos in my living room.
Exactly. The pothos is definitely a very widely grown plant indoors, and as well NASA has done some research and they found out that it is also good in cleaning interior air.
Let's talk about that a little bit, because that's one of the real benefits about having plants inside.
Definitely.
What they clean? What do they take out of the air? How do they do that?
Usually they take benzene and they take it from the leaves, and through the roots they will kind of like feed and clean and filter the air with the roots. And definitely the pothos is good, as well as the spathiphyllum.
And really, you would think any plant would be good just because they're releasing oxygen,
right?
And
Exactly.
absorbing carbon dioxide. But really, where does something like benzene come from in the house?
Actually, it could come from the floorboards, carpet, and also paint.
Wow. So there's lots of toxins inside the
Exactly.
home. Now here's an interesting one that I'm not sure I would grow inside the house, but do you have it on the inside?
Yes, I do have it on the inside. And the thing with growing an aloe indoors, we have to remember that it's a cactus, so it likes to be in warm, drier areas. So in the kitchen is a very good area to have it, and you probably want to water it once every 2 to 3 weeks. Be sure that you let that soil dry out very, very well, and it's really good in case you get a burn or something like that in the kitchen.
And this is in another pretty pot, and this, you can see it's holding a lot of water just because of its succulent nature. And it is, you know, this is probably the best thing for burns, and I use it all the time. I have one outside actually, and I run and get it every time I burn my hand somehow, accidentally. So let's talk a little bit about more of the benefits besides the decorative nature of, you know, putting plants inside the house. Some more of these benefits: they clean the air, and they do offer a certain, in the design of the house, or the interior design, they do sort of make it look pretty, don't they?
Exactly. It really greens everything up, and by having that interior environment where you see something green and flourishing and growing, it also lifts up our emotions and makes us feel a lot better, and that's also a good reason to have plants inside of the office as well.
So we talked a little bit about the light needs of the plant and the water needs, and they are kind of individual. Some like bright light, some like low light, but they're bound to get pest problems, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
And what are the most common pests?
Some of the most common pests are spider mites indoors, and also scale and mealybugs. And if you happen to see any of these little pests on there, you can take some some rubbing alcohol and a cotton swab, and just gently wipe them away, and usually that'll take care of it. Or also spray a small detergent mixture with water, but you never want to use laundry detergent or anything like that, something very, very mild like Ivory soap.
Well, Leland, thank you for telling us about some of the different plants we can grow and their conditions, and really what indoor plants do for us.
Thank you.
Foliage plants add more than beauty to our indoor world. They are wonderful and environmental addition to any interior design.